Okay, so here we are, and today is leek day. And here we have the leeks that we had harvested a little bit ago in a previous video. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cleaning them and then cutting them into slices and dehydrating them. So we're going to do some video here of how you clean them and how you dehydrate them. They are a little bit tricky to clean because they have layers. You can see all those layers, and we have to get the dirt out of there. So we will show you our process through that. Okay, so the first thing we are doing is we're cleaning the leeks. Basically just going to rinse them. May even put some water in the sink to soak them to get the dirt released from all of the crevices and all the layers. And as you can see, we did cut the tops off of these, most of the green off of these. Okay, so what we're doing here is I had soaked them in this just to get the initial dirt off, then I'm going to put them in some cleaner water over in this sink, let them soak in there a little bit, and then what we're going to do is peel them and trim a little bit off and then start cutting them. Okay, so a couple of tubs of water just to get all off. Initial soak, second soak, and then rinse them off and trim them up, and then we'll be cutting them. Okay, so just to demonstrate, this is the second rinse. The third rinse will be as I just peel off under the running water, the outer layer. As you can see, I'm going to grab a knife and cut off a little bit more of the green. We don't need all of that. It's not really that tender. And just take a little bit of the root off there. Let it kind of flow through there a little bit. Make sure you got no dirt. Okay, and as you can see, they look pretty clean. There's really no dirt in there. We can get that focused in. I don't know if we're focusing very well there, are we? But you can see it's quite clean. So that's a good thing. He's going to cut this, put it on the rack, and then we're just going to continue with the process. So this leek, excuse me, doesn't have dirt, but it's got some brown on it, which may not be one that we want to use. So we'll cut this open and see what it looks like inside, but as of now, it doesn't look like it's real promising, so we'll just take a look at that one. It seems like I'm wasting a lot of the leek, but in reality I'm not. A lot of this stuff on top and near the root end is quite tough, so we really just take that off. And this is all going to go in the compost, so it doesn't really go to waste. It will be soil one day. Okay, so just a little tutorial on leeks. They are related to onions. They are in the allium family. We have a lot of trouble growing onions, but we have great success with leeks. And so as I'm chopping them, I wasn't having any trouble with all the fumes and the crying until the end. So they're a much milder tasting allium. And I would say probably if you want a strong onion flavor, you wouldn't be using leeks in your cooking, although we've used them and we really like them. So one of the things to remember is that they are milder. And so I have one more leek here. We've already taken care of cleaning up the rest of the leeks, and they are in the dehydrator. I'll show you a clip of that in a moment. But a couple of things I want to show you about the leek. We had cut off the stem and the roots previously, but as we get ready to put them in the dehydrator, we cut them more. And when I cut the end of the root, not a big deal. Make sure you get all of the root off. You don't want anything left in there that is tough. Now, if you've ever cut rhubarb before, if you have grown rhubarb and you've cut rhubarb, and my mother taught me this, as you take your stalk, and I hope you can see this a little bit, and you try to put your knife in, and as you go, you can't put it in, and when you can put it in, that's where you cut, and that's where it's going to be tender. So this is about how much I've been cutting off of the leeks so that we have the tender parts. So that's just another kind of quick tip when you are dehydrating them. We are dehydrating them, we have frozen them. I should say that we have frozen them. I don't know if anybody cans them. We don't can things that are low in acid. We have not done the pressure canning yet. So this is the way we know how to do it, and I will show you that clip of the dehydrator in just a moment. Dave is just putting the last of the trays in the dehydrator. We have, how many trays do we have in there right now? We are using 3 trays. We have a total of, I believe, 6 trays that we could use, but we don't need that many. They're going to shrink up. Obviously, when you dehydrate, it pulls the water out, so they're going to shrink up. And so, David, what are you going to be putting this on? Are you going to be using what temperature and how long? Okay, so we have what did we do last year? Do you remember? We did have a different dehydrator last year. It was not this fancy, and it ended up breaking. It was just one tray. I think I may have had 2 levels. I don't know, but it was much cheaper. So I would say we could do a 150, and we'll just let that go for as long as we feel. A few hours. It may take a day. We don't know. Okay, and there you have it. Okay, I'm just here signing off. We ended up putting this on 130 in the dehydrator, probably for 12 hours, could be even longer, might even be a day. And the house smells a lot like leeks right now. But I just want to say thanks for joining me, and if you do like videos like this, please subscribe and stay rooted. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.